Ao crouched in the ruins of Sangara, his village reduced to ashes by the Queen's soldiers. The orphan boy scavenged for food among the debris, his heart hardened by loss. The moon's silver glow revealed a hidden cave beneath the rubble, luring him inside. In the cavern's depths, he discovered an ancient blade embedded in stone, its surface shimmering under the moonlight. Compelled by an unseen force, Ao gripped the hilt and pulled. The blade slid free effortlessly, and a rush of warmth coursed through him. Voices whispered in his mind, a chorus of warriors who had wielded the weapon before him. They spoke of duty, courage, and the price of power. Ao stumbled back, overwhelmed. The blade was no ordinary weapon. It was alive with the spirits of its past bearers. As he emerged from the cave, the moonlight illuminated his path, guiding him away from the ruins and toward an uncertain future. Unbeknownst to him, the blade's awakening had sent ripples through the land, drawing the attention of the corrupt Queen Omorosa. The moonlit blade's power was intoxicating, yet alien. As Ao traveled through the dense forests surrounding Sangara, he discovered the weapon's abilities. When the moonlight touched its surface, the blade became weightless, moving as though it anticipated his every thought. During the day, it felt dormant. Its glow faded to a dull sheen. That night, as he made camp by a stream, the spirits within the blade spoke again, introducing themselves as warriors from different ages and tribes. Among them was Tunde, a fiery swordsman, and Nia, a strategist known for outsmarting armies. The spirits warned Ao of the responsibility he now bore. The blade's power came at a cost. He must honor their memories by fighting for justice. Ao hesitated, the burden heavy for a boy barely old enough to understand the world. Yet the thought of avenging Sangara's destruction gave him resolve. As he trained under the spirit's guidance, his movements grew fluid, his strikes precise. With each night, Ao's bond with the blade deepened, and so did his understanding of the path ahead. Ao's journey brought him to Olorun, a village under the Queen's iron grip. Its people were shackled, forced to labor in the mines for the kingdom's wealth. Hidden in the shadows, Ao observed the soldiers who patrolled the area, their arrogance a testament to their belief in unchallenged power. Among the captives, he spotted an elder who bore the scars of countless battles. The spirits within the blade urged Ao to act, their whispers growing insistent. Under the cover of night, Ao infiltrated the village. His movements were swift and silent, guided by Nia's voice. He freed a group of prisoners, including the scarred elder, who introduced himself as Olamide, a former warrior of the Queen's army. Olamide shared tales of Queen Omorosa's cruelty and the prophecy of a moonlit warrior destined to end her reign. Ao's heart swelled with purpose, though doubt lingered in his mind. Could he truly be the one to fulfill such a destiny? Olamide took Ao and the freed prisoners to a hidden enclave deep within the jungle. The enclave, known as Amani, was home to those who had escaped the Queen's tyranny. Ao's presence ignited hope among the downtrodden, his blade a symbol of defiance. Under Olamide's guidance, Ao began training the villagers in combat, turning farmers and laborers into a ragtag militia. The spirits within the blade became his mentors. Tunde taught him advanced swordplay, while Nia guided his strategy. Ao's nights were spent in rigorous practice, his bond with the blade growing unbreakable. By day, he inspired the villagers with tales of rebellion and freedom. As their confidence grew, so did Ao's. For the first time, he felt like he belonged to something greater than himself. But he knew their strength alone would not be enough to topple the Queen. The rebellion's first mission was to disrupt a supply caravan heading to the Queen's fortress. Ao led a small group of fighters, his heart pounding with anticipation. The moonlit blade shimmered in his grasp, its glow illuminating the dark forest. Guided by Nia's tactical advice, the rebels set an ambush, using the terrain to their advantage. The battle was swift and brutal. Io moved like a shadow, the blade carving through the enemy with precision. The spirit's whispers urged him on, their strength flowing through him. By dawn, the rebels stood victorious, their first taste of triumph invigorating. The captured supplies were a boon, but the true victory lay in the message sent to the queen. The people of Sangara would no longer bow to her rule. News of the ambush reached Queen Omorosa, her fury unmatched. She ordered her generals to crush the rebellion, sending legions of soldiers to hunt down the moonlit warrior. Meanwhile, Io and his allies fortified Amani, preparing for the inevitable assault. The villagers' spirits remained high, but Io could feel the weight of their trust pressing down on him. As the queen's forces closed in, the spirits within the blade warned Io of a traitor in their midst. Distrust began to fester, threatening to unravel the fragile unity of the rebellion. Io struggled to maintain order, his resolve tested by the growing tension. In the shadows, the queen's spies watched, waiting for the perfect moment to strike. The queen's army descended upon Almani under the cover of darkness. The rebels fought valiantly, their determination fueled by Io's leadership. The moonlit blade cut through waves of enemies, its glow a beacon of hope. Yet the battle was far from over. The traitor revealed themselves, sabotaging the rebels' defenses and allowing the enemy to breach their walls. Amid the chaos, Io faced a harrowing choice: save his people or pursue the traitor. Guided by the spirits, he chose to protect Amani, rallying the rebels for a desperate counterattack. The battle raged until dawn, the queen's forces finally retreating. Though victorious, the cost was steep. Many lives were lost, and Ao's faith in his comrades shaken. Haunted by the siege's aftermath, Ao sought solace in the moonlit blade. The spirit's whispers grew louder, challenging him to confront his fears and doubts. They revealed visions of their own sacrifices, reminding Eos of the price of freedom. Strengthened by their stories, he vowed to honor their legacy. Meanwhile, Olamide uncovered the traitor's motives, a promise of safety for their family held captive by the queen. Ayo's anger softened to understanding, and he resolved to rescue the captives, turning a potential enemy into an ally. The mission marked a turning point, solidifying the rebellion's unity and reigniting their determination. With renewed purpose, Ao led the rebels on a daring campaign to the Queen's fortress. Each battle tested their resolve, but their victories inspired others to join their cause. The rebellion swelled into an army, its strength rivaling the Queen's forces. Ao's bond with the blade reached its peak, the spirit's power flowing through him effortlessly. As they approached the fortress, Ao devised a bold strategy to infiltrate its walls. Guided by Nia's wisdom and Tunde's courage, the rebels executed their plan with precision. The final battle loomed, the fate of Sangara resting on Ao's shoulders. The climactic battle unfolded under a full moon, the blade's glow illuminating the battlefield. Ao faced Queen Omorosa in a duel that would determine the kingdom's future. The queen wielded dark magic, her power formidable. Yet Ao's connection to the spirits gave him the edge. Their voices guided his every move, their strength amplifying his own. With a final, decisive strike, Ao defeated the queen, her reign of terror ending. The moonlit blade's glow faded, its purpose fulfilled.